Alright, good morning, everybody. It is time for yet another profile. Alright, so I thought to myself, the Centurion cards are all light and dark. Why don't I try to integrate them with my Chaos deck? And I did that. I made some cuts from the old stuff, like all the milling cards and whatnot. And now I've got a bunch of different options, a bunch of different ways to quick sync, and yeah, here we are. So we'll do a full deck profile at the end. I got a couple of replays for you this morning, showing me out grinding a couple of different people, Voiceless Voice and Traptrix, and then yeah, let's get into the deck profile after that. Uh, yeah, let's get into the replays. All right, here we go for duel number 1. So, we are up against Traptrix. And we do happen to be going first, so that's a good sign. Let's get it going. Starting off with Bestial Rebellion. Rebellion gets its Magnemite. Magnemite is going to banish Rebellion. Magnemite's going to banish Rebellion. Going to use Assault Synchron's effect, get us a Synchro 8 on the field. And go for Scarred Red Dragon Archfiend. And Core Chaos. Core Chaos is going to get us Bestial Dissipator. Scarred Red Dragon Archfiend is going to Synchro Summon Red Dragon Archfiend from the extra deck. Bestial Dissipator is going to resummon Core of Chaos, and then we are going to get a full power Chaos Angel. Set Imperm, get Druid Worm from the deck, call it a turn. First thing they're going to do is they're going to destroy my back row. Probably would have destroyed the monsters if they could. But they're going to lead off with Mantis, as is tradition. Dissipator is going to pop it. But it is going to let them get Dianaya from the deck. And they just hard drew Trap Crypt Garden. And here comes Dianaya. Mantis is coming back. And we're going to Druid Worm. Getting Scarred Red Dragon Archfiend banished. Alright, they're going to Link Summon for Sarah. And Arachnocampa comes out. They activate an effect so they get Holotea from the deck. And here comes Rafflesia. Alright. Set 3 pass. They can't do anything against my board because we got a full power Chaos Angel. But, alright. And they're going to Floodgate Trap Hole my Core of Chaos. But we are going to destroy it, so you only get one of those. Sorry, no more Rafflesia for you. And they get Traptrix, Trap Hole Nightmare from the deck. And it is summon Tridea, get Primera from the deck, summon Primera, grab Field Spell. I realize that I've only got 2 Synchro 10s in the deck. And they're going to Ice Dragon's Prison me. Ice Dragon's Prison is absolutely cooking me in this game. I will not be afraid to admit it. I really thought I was going to lose this fight. This was a good game. So we're going to swing against all of the things. I understand this is out of frustration. And then Gargoyle is going to let us summon a Synchro 12. Gargoyle is going to re-add to hand. Auxilla is going to add a Centur-ion card to hand. Grab Phalanx. And resummon Gargoyle. In phase, Auxilla is going to put Primera back in the back row. And there's Holotea doing her thing. Morphing back into Sarah. Alright, Centur-ion doing our Synchro 12 thing into the Crimson Dragon. Primera gets us Imeth, and here comes Ice Dragon's Prison again. And they're gonna Traptrix, Trap Hold, Nightmare us. It's gonna banish all my stuff. At least I saved my Crimson Dragon from getting destroyed. Alright, there's that Bottomless Trap Hole, and another Traptrix Trap Hole Nightmare. Now we have Penginko to do. It's gonna search another Mantis, and they're gonna normal summon Mantis. Add another thing, gonna go for Boudica. Boudica is coming up, and going for Tornado Dragon. They don't like my field spell, so they're gonna pop it. Still got our full power Chaos Angel on the board, which is nice. Alright, Phalanx returns Crimson Dragon to the field. Going to Tribute Summon, and they're going to Bottomless Trap Hole me. But we do get to send that. Alright. It attempted to banish me. It did resolve, it just didn't work. And he couldn't help himself and Tornado Dragoned my Chaos Space. And here's where he starts to lose. Banish Chaos Space and return Dissipator back into the extra deck. That Tornado Dragon was his downfall. That and Boudica. Dissipator's coming back, but they're going to Traptrix, Trap Hole, Nightmare, the freaking Crimson Dragon again. And I don't normal summoned. I got Chaos Switch in the hand, which is cool. She can help for follow-up, but thank you, Boudica, for allowing me to return my one thing. They're gonna Ash my Auxilla, because of course they top deck dash. But because it's Chaos Angel, it still goes through, and they have had enough. They're like, oh crap. That's game. On to the next one. Okay, here we go. We are going first again. And we have open Centur-ion combo. That's cool. So we're going to go tuning, try and bait Ash, grabbing Assault Synchron to hand, and milling the counter trap off the top of the deck, which really blows. Gonna normal summon Trudea, and they're gonna effect Veiler us, but we do have Called by the Grave, so that works out real nice in our favor. Okay, so Trudea's gonna grab Primera, put herself in the back row. Primera's gonna summon herself, and they're gonna go for Maxi, which really blows. But thankfully, Centur-ion does play fairly well into Maxi. So we're just going to give them, what, one card? Nope, they're going to Ash us. Apparently they top deck Ash Blossom, which is just bloody great. So I guess we're done. That's... Yep, that's about it. And it's Voiceless Voice. I was about ready to quit at this point. Trudea is going to summon herself. If we had the field spell, we'd be in good shape, but we do not. So now the goal is survive the turn. So I'm just going to speed up a little bit because yeah. Okay, so they're going to do their thing. Going to summon Skull Guardian. They don't want to play into Maxi too much, I don't think, so they're going to get low and Blessing. We did top deck the field spell, which is pretty dope. You're going to pop Trudea and end the turn. So they didn't want to play into Maxi, so here we are. Alright, grab Sharnga off the top of the deck, grab field spell. They're going to... So that was a misplay. Do not negate the activation of the field spell and negate the activation of the effect. Because you can activate multiple copies of the field spell, just not the effect of the field spell. So, the more you know, right? Alright, I'm gonna normal summon Primera, grab another copy of the field spell, and do it again. You done effed up there, Jimbo. Lotley. Alright, downgrade it to 4. Let's do a Synchro 8. I'm gonna go Chaos Archfiend, and return that back to hand. Gargoyle is gonna send the field spell. And then we're gonna go for a Synchro 12. Go for the Gasha. Thank you for the Banish, and he's gonna nib us. Cool. So much for me banishing his whole field. He got a really fat Nibiru token, and he got his protector back. Archfiend's gonna proc, and then we're going to prevent his low from resummoning herself. So, none of that. Thank you, Bestials. Archfiend gets us Goddess. It's the only way I'm ever gonna summon Goddess. Sharnga's gonna summon himself, and then we're gonna go for another 8 in Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon. Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon is gonna resummon Assault Synchron, and then we're gonna go for Synchro 10 into the Bestial Dissipator. And here's a move that I'm really proud of. We're going to steal his Effect Veiler and use the Nibiru token to go for a Synchro 12. Big brain, big brain. Alright, Centur-ion Phalanx. Going to swingity swing. In the turn. Yep, Auxilla's going to place Primera in the back row. Going to get Druisworm from Magnamut. Alright. Here comes Primera. We don't have the field spell, so we can't quick sync. I don't know what I was thinking there. Okay, they're going to do their thing. Oh, look, they've got another low. But we're going to banish their low again. So, no thank you, sir. Now, they were going to ritual summon using low, but now they have to use the buns in their hand. So, enjoy that. Here's another copy of Skull Guardian. And you're banished. You don't have any more lows. See ya. That's the game. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, let's do the deck profile. Y'all know the drill. Let's start off with the hand trap lineup. So, we're going for 2 Maxi, 3 Ash Blossom, 1 Ghost Ogre, 2 Called By, 1 Crossout, 2 Imperms. Well, unlike the last one, this actually has less engine in it than the full Chaos deck, so that's cool. Alright, so let's talk about it. So it's a lot of very similar cards. Still rocking Blackwing Sharnga. It gets dumped to the graveyard when you make Boreas Storm, and it's a sneaky pop. Running 3 Core Chaos, can banish any dark in the grave or in the hands or summon itself, and if you've got the Shell of Chaos in your banish zone, it summons it, which is a cool quick Synchro 6. 2 Assault Synchron, running a small Synchron package with that and tuning. Summon itself for 700 damage, and if a Dragon Synchro monster you control is tributed or banished, you can banish this card from the grave and resummon said Dragon Synchro monster, which is really funny when they Kaiju Dissipator. Chaos Valkyria, banish a light or a dark, special summon it. It's a non-tuner, it's level 4, and if this card's banished, you can pitch any card to the graveyard. It just can't use its effects that turn, which is great for things like Rebellion or Chaos Wedge. Can banish stuff later on. Shell of Chaos, very similar to Core. banish a light in the Hand of the Grave, special summons itself. If you've got a core chaos in the Banish zone, it summons it, which is the other part of the Synchro 6. Chaos Mirage Dragon, level 4 tuner. You can return a banished light or dark monster. And it's either banished zone, so that's cool. But summon it and negate its effects. It does lock you into light and dark synchros. I somehow skipped Chaos Switch. All right. We'll get back to that. Chaos Mirage Dragon's other effect: if it's sent to the graveyard as synchro material, you banish a card. So that's pretty cool. Chaos Switch. You contribute it on the field and get you 2 Dark Beast tokens, which are level 2 Dark Fiends, non-tuners. But if it's banished from the Hand of the Grave, you can summon 2 Light Beast tokens, which are Fairy Light tuners, level 2s. So you get 2 free tuners out of it. And it does lock you into Light and Dark synchros the entire turn. But that's okay. The only non-light and dark synchros that we're running are Excel Synchro and Cosmic Blazer. So those are not a huge deal. Just don't make Excel on the same turn you do Chaos Switch. Anyways, on to some of the new stuff. Centur-ion Primera. While this card's a continuous trap in the back row, level 5 or higher Centur-ion monsters can't be destroyed by card effects. If it's normal special summon, add a Centur-ion card, except this one, and then you can't special summon it again. And then if it's a trap, you can special summon it. Trudea, very similar. If it's a trap, you can special summon it and then increase its level by 4. But if it's in the monster zone, you can place it back in the back row and you grab another card, Centur-ion card, and put it in the back row. But then that locks you out of summoning Trudea again. So usually you want to use that to grab Primera and then summon Primera and just pop off and get another thing. So, Bestials, everybody knows Bestials. Magnemite gets you a search in the end phase. Serenir pitches 1 to the graveyard. Druisworm sends 1 when it leaves the field. And Baldrake can tribute a monster to banish a special summon monster from the extra deck. Chaos Dragon Legionnaire, core staple in the Chaos decks. Banish 3 light or darks. You get an effect based on what you banish. All light reborns a monster. All dark loops a card from the hand. Light and dark pops 2 cards on the field, non-target. Chaos Nephthys. This is the funniest sneaky card ever. If a card on the field is destroyed by a light or card effect, you can banish a light and a dark, special summon it, and then banish 1 card your opponent controls and 2 cards in the graveyard. So, really, really, really funny card. I love using this thing to surprise people because they never see it coming. Bestial Rebellion searches all of our other Bestials. It's a level 8 light monster, and it can place Brain of Beast and Brain of Regain on the field. So, yeah. Centur-ion MF4. This is another one of our new cards. It's an Earth Machine, but that's okay. That's one of the only things that doesn't fit with the theme. During the opponent's turn, you can target a Centur-ion monster you control, place it in spell and trap, special summon this, and then if it's a continuous trap, you can special summon it. So it's a really interesting thing. You can use it to dodge things, like if somebody tries to imperm your Primera, you can just emeth it and you still get your Primera search. Gargoyle. You can send a face-up Centur-ion card you control, special summon this card from the hand, and if it's sent to the graveyard as synchro material, you return it back to the hand. Then you can special summon this thing from the back row and reduce its level by 4, so that's cool. As mentioned earlier, we're playing 2 tunings. Adds a Synchron, mills a card off the top of the deck, can backfire, as you saw in one of the replays. 2 Chaos Space. Searches a light or dark that cannot be normal summoned or set, based on what you pitch from your hand. So you pitch a dark, grab a light, pitch a light, grab a dark. So one of my favorite plays to do with that is pitching Core Chaos to grab Shell, and then you get both your pieces to do your crazy synchro plays. And then you can target a monster that can't be normal summoned or set in your banished zone, and return it to the deck, draw a card. So that's a lot of fun. Stand-up Centur-ion, that's the field spell, allows us to quick sync on the opponent's turn when any monster is special summoned if we've got the materials for it. And it can't be destroyed by card effects while you control a Centur-ion monster card. So that little thing right there means if you've got any of your Centur-ion cards in the back row, it also can't be destroyed by card effects, which is really funny watching people try to pop this thing and it just doesn't work. Alright, Brand Regained. If a lighter dark monster is banished from anywhere, you can target the monster, place it on the bottom of the deck, and you draw a card. And then if your opponent normals or special summons a monster, you can target a Bestial in the graveyard and special summon it. Emblem of Oath, the unsearchable Centur-ion card. You can activate one of these effects, place a Centur-ion monster from your deck in your spell and trap zone as a face-up continuous trap for the rest of the turn. You can't special summon from the extra deck except Centur-ions, so it locks you into Centur-ions, and the other option is you can set a Centur-ion spell or trap directly from the deck. Wake Up Centur-ion, if a monster card's in the back row, you can make either a level 4 or an 8 token. And then you can banish this card from the grave and send a card from the deck to the graveyard, so that's pretty cool. Centur-ion Phalanx, it's an SP Little Knight thing, basically, and then you can resummon one of your Synchro Centurions. Centur-ion True Awakening, it's Judgment, but something has to be in the back row, and you don't have to pay half your life points, so cool. And last but not least, Brand of Beast. If you control a Bestial, tribute a dragon and target pop, and then it can grab Regain from the graveyard. Alright, like I said, Blackwing Borea Storm, it pitches Sharnga to the grave. And I don't think I've ever used any of this other text. If it destroys a monster by battle, you can banish a Blackwing monster from your graveyard or face-up field, special summon the destroyed monster to your field and defense, so it steals. I did never use that effect. Chaos Beast. If any monsters have been banished, it gains 1,000 attack. You can target one of your banished lighter dark monsters added to your hand. So that's a cool little combo. Use either core or shell. Wherever shell is, where did you go? Yeah, there you go. So core or shell, and then you grab the opposite one, and then you can do it again. Because while each of these are once per turn, you can just do the other one. So. Anyways, Red Dragon Archfiend. I don't think I've ever used this thing for its actual text, but if it attacks a defense position monster, you can destroy all the defense position monsters your opponent controls, and destroy all monsters you control that didn't declare an attack this turn. Be careful of that part. That part actually comes up sometimes. Don't make this thing if you don't have a way to get rid of it on turn 1. Chaos Goddess. I did make her. I didn't use her effect because I didn't have a light monster in hand. But once per turn, you can send a light monster from your hand to the grave, target a level 5 or higher dark monster in the grave, special summon it, which is really good for grabbing back Auxilla or Chaos Archfiend. Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon, you can special summon a level 2 or lower tuner from the grave. Then that's about it, because I don't run normal Stardust in here. Chaos Archfiend, if any monsters have been banished, this card gains 2,000 attack, bringing it up to a monster 4,500. It can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each, and you can banish any monster destroyed by battle with this card. And if it leaves the field for any reason, you can summon a Chaos Synchro monster. So that's usually how we're getting Chaos Goddess out, because this thing's really hard to make otherwise. Scarred Dragon Archfiend. So if it's sent from the monster zone to the grave, you can special summon normal RDA, and if it was sent to the graveyard as a synchro for a Dark Dragon Synchro, you can destroy all attack position monsters your opponent controls. So that almost never comes up, but because I'm usually making this thing turn 1, but it is really funny when it does happen. The Bestial Despater, targeting a banished lighter dark, special summon at the field, and then when your opponent activates a monster effect, target a banished card, shuffle it into the deck. And if it was from your opponent's banished zone, you negate it. If it's from your banished zone, you destroy it. Chaos Angel, yes, I do have some modded alt art for that. It was fun. Can be made without a tuner if you're using non-light, all light and darks. If the card special summon, target if card on the field and banish it, and based on what you used to synchro summon this thing, you get extra effects. You use a light monster, you get synchro monsters unaffected by monster effects, and if you use dark, monsters you control can't be destroyed by battle. So a full power Chaos Angel, very hard to out, usually by spell and trap effects, which is why that Traptrix player was giving me so much trouble. Alright, Cosmic Blazer Dragon, summoned via Crimson Dragon, because I am not trying to do anything else with that. That is a very hard one to make. Banishes itself as cost to negate an activation or effect, or negating a summon, or negating an attack. This thing is bonkers. It's so good. Crimson Dragon, generic level 12, targets a level 7 or higher synchro, tags itself out, and special summons a dragon synchro monster with the same level. Centur-ion Legatia, generic level 12, monsters with 2,000 or less attack can't be destroyed by battle. If it's special summon, so you can do some funny shenanigans with Centur-ion Phalanx there. Draw a card and non-target pop highest attack monster on their field, and then you grab a non-synchro Centur-ion monster and put it in the back row from your hand or graveyard. Then we have Auxilla. Face-up cards and spell and trap zones can't be destroyed by card effects. You can only use add a Centur-ion card, and then it does the same thing as Legatia, but it uses the banished or the graveyard. So we have hand or graveyard, banished or graveyard. Keep that in mind. And then SP Little Knight, because it's SP Little Knight. If it's made using an extra deck monster, banish from the opponent's field or grave, but you can't attack directly. And when your opponent activates any effect, you can banish one card on your field and one card they control. So, good shit. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. And I will see y'all in the next one. Have a good day.